Hi there, we have another Friday chatty video for you today.
We do.
A few of you have said you really enjoy them, so thank you very much. Today though, we're not going to be talking about Disney, we're going to be talking about...
Universal.
We thought it'd be really fun. We were just deciding, we were talking yesterday, weren't we, about what we should talk about, and then I said, let's talk about all the things we love about Universal. So we popped on our Universal t-shirts today.
Hard Rock, although this actually is a New York one. But
Have you not got an Orlando one?
I don't think I do.
Oh.
No. No, this is the only Hard Rock t-shirt I've got actually, I think.
Okay. Well, I thought you were going to wear your Jurassic Park t-shirt.
No, I fancied Hard Rock.
Oh, I thought we were going to
It was
be
our
matching.
first day there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Where are we going to start? I mean...
Well, and also today, as this video goes out, is my birthday.
Oh, and happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I hope you've had a lovely day.
It's not actually my birthday. Thank you very much. That's very nice.
And all the lovely things.
I did actually have a Disney birthday once, didn't I? Our very first trip. Yeah. We had the day in Magic Kingdom. It was our first ever trip to Magic Kingdom.
Was it our first time we went?
The first and only time that trip.
Wow. So
Yeah.
we left it almost till the end of the trip.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
I know, it'd be our first stop there now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We need to get on Universal, don't we?
Yeah, let's talk Universal. So, I don't know about you, but for me,
You
when I
kicking
think...
off then, yeah.
I get excited. When I think of my favourite place in the whole wide world, where I feel most relaxed, it's at the Royal Pacific, walking towards Islands Adventure, or CityWalk.
CityWalk.
Yeah. I love staying at Royal Pacific, and I just love that walk.
Can I say something I love about the whole Universal City Walk and things like that? And I'm going to get this out of the way first. Our first couple of trips, we didn't stay on site, did we? Or first few trips,
first
didn't
few
stay on site.
trips, yeah.
I love arriving in the car park and that walk along the, they call them travelators, and that feeling of just getting closer.
And hearing the music.
And hearing the music and things like that. And I'm just mentioning this now because we had that our first few trips. And the last, is it 2 or 3 times we've been, or last twice maybe?
4, maybe even times we've stayed on site.
We have stayed on site. Some nights it's been just one night.
Yeah.
But obviously we've not done that. So we have actually said, we've joked about the fact we need to enter the park that way. Because
we miss it, don't
we?
we?
Do miss that, and that walk-in. So I just wanted to say that. I enjoy that. I miss it, but I love staying at the resort.
We haven't actually entered it that way since there's been security though. So now
that's
staying
true.
at the hotels, that's one of the things I love actually.
Yeah.
Staying at the hotels, you're there, you're in the middle of it, aren't you? So,
You are.
So close. And the security then when you get into the park, there's never a queue.
It's quiet, isn't it?
I think that's the one thing, I feel so relaxed at Universal. I love Disney, you know that. But it's...
Universal feels like...
a
This
holiday.
sounds really daft because Disney's a holiday, but it feels like a holiday. When you're staying in the hotel, it feels like you're staying on holiday. There's
The kids
something
say
about
the
it.
same. Yeah, we
I
feel
can't believe-
so
I
different.
love staying at Disney, being on Disney and everything, but there's just something about Universal that just...
I think it's though because everything's on a smaller scale. It feels relaxed. You can walk everywhere.
Yep, and I was about to say that I also found, going off tangent a little bit, with Disneyland California. I found the fact that you had both parks, DCA and Disneyland, but also you had Disney... Not Disney Springs, is it?
Downtown Disney,
Downtown
yeah.
Disney, all within the same area.
And
I think
just feels
same with
easy.
Universal.
Yeah.
And I just think, is that you're walking towards the park, and it's that side lot entrance you come out, isn't it? Where'd you come out? It's almost near the
By
bridge, isn't
Islands
it?
Adventure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you come past it near Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you come out there, you feel
And the
you've arrived.
music. There's something about the Universal music as well.
And
isn't there?
when you stand at the resort, hearing Hulk
Oh yeah.
going as
When
well.
you see, just hearing that sound. Oh, I just love it so much. And I love when you stay at the deluxe resort. So they're called deluxe resorts at Universal.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. But you get the front of line passes, and there really is no queue time. Is there?
I mean, we've been summer, which was regarded probably you'd think the busiest
actually,
time, isn't it?
Yeah. July and August we've done.
And I'd actually have to say, not say
it's
every
true.
single ride, but we actually even said that we wouldn't have necessarily needed them for some things, not
But
everything.
it cuts out the
It does.
walk time. You don't have to do all the snaking.
Yeah.
So, what's your favourite ride at Universal?
Oh, that's Universal, or are you talking about both
let's
parks?
do
Let's do
an
collectively.
overall. If you could choose one ride, I'm thinking as well now.
Moe's Diner.
That's not
Can we
a
class
ride.
food as a ride?
No.
Actually, no, it's not Moe's Diner, is it? It's Krusty Burger.
Krusty Burger.
Yeah. Favourite ride? Well, Spider-Man, I love.
That's our special family
I think
ride.
it's one of the first ones we did as a family, wasn't it? So.
And that's the first ride we always do of every trip. Do you have the same? Do you have a particular ride that you always go on first in certain parks? We don't have that same thing with Universal. I don't feel a connection with Universal Studios, the park. I like it.
No.
And it's definitely improved. Do you think back to our first visits, we were never fussed with it?
I'm just trying to think now. The rides, obviously the Hulk. I love.
Islands of Adventure.
Love the Hulk.
I've only ever ridden that once.
Yeah, you did last time, wasn't it? And then it was down.
And then
as well,
it kept
wasn't
being down. Yeah.
We tried to go on again, and we couldn't. Hulk, I love. Spider-Man. No, the parks got quite a lot of simulators, which are very similar. I'm not a huge fan of. Is it Kong Skull Island? Is it called Kong Skull Island?
Yeah.
I like it, but it's not. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't queue for it. Put it that way.
No, I wouldn't queue for many rides though.
I wouldn't queue for Fast and Furious.
Oh, that was the worst ride.
I wouldn't not queue for it. What else is there? What about Popeyes?
No. Louis drags us on Popeyes every time and we all get drenched. No one finds it funny.
Is it Crush and...
No.
No, I'm thinking of something different. What's the water slide?
Bill Barges, or is that the Popeye one? I can't remember. I'm terrible with names.
What's the water slide?
Can't
the one he
remember.
likes, and he will just go on his own because we don't want to get wet again.
I do like the Jurassic Park. I don't think I have a favourite ride. I
There's
just think
things we enjoy.
It's a feeling I have there.
We just enjoy going on there, and it's the fact that we can just happily wander around. It's not about anything particular.
The colours of Island Adventure. Is it Island of Adventures or Islands?
Islands of Adventure.
I can never remember.
I think it's Islands of Adventure. We
And
should know.
The kids grew up with Zeus books, so they love
Zeus
Dr.
Landing.
Zeus. Yeah, so we love it around there. And we just spend so long just looking. There's so many little nooks and crannies in that place, isn't there? We listen to the stories being told. We do all the character meets. We go in all the stores, and we spend ages in the stores, don't we? Literally looking at everything.
Yep.
There's one store as you walk through, and it's on the left-hand side. I can't remember what it's called, but there's loads of artwork, which is written. They're all numbered as well.
But we don't have a
so love
set
it.
thing that we actually do, though, do we? We just tend to
Wander.
Wander.
We're wanderers, aren't we?
I just like, and also I think the other advantage as well with being on site is, and this is something we do, and it's we kind of haven't answered favourite ride. We don't think we have a favourite, do we? But
What, overall?
overall,
Yeah,
but what I was going to say, we're staying on site. One advantage of that is what we will tend to do. There are some water rides that we've just mentioned there. But what we will actually do, we will go back to the hotel room. We will get, should we say, geared up for getting wet, and you do.
You put your Speedos on, don't you?
No.
They turn him away though, don't they? When you get to
Please,
the ride with just
stop.
your Speedo. Do you want me to edit that out?
Yes, please. Yeah, so we go and we basically to get the water rides done, and we still enjoy it. It's not like we just go out.
But we
do it, come back.
Like
we go prepared. We only take what we need.
flip-flops.
We take the water camera,
Yeah.
so we don't take
Yeah, exactly.
things like, we might have a phone with us, but
I
we
leave my
take
vlogging camera in the hotel room.
like a bag and things like that, as in just a waterproof bag to keep the phone shut. But everything else we just leave, and we just go and enjoy it. We just make the most of it, not worry about anything, any lockers, nothing.
I am very excited about the new Jurassic Park ride, the Velociraptor. Velocicoaster. That looks so good. We are massive Jurassic Park fans in this family.
Although you never want to watch it.
I do, I love it when it's on. There's always other things to watch. Louis
You watch
went...
it this weekend?
No. Louis was 5 when we first went, and he has always been hugely into dinosaurs. He's got a very addictive personality. Actually, the dinosaur addiction, I guess it has worn off, but he loves Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. But he was heavily into dinosaurs. Do you remember he used to pretend to be a raptor all the time, and he used to walk like that?
I remember one of our trips, he packed his own hand luggage, didn't he?
Oh no, that was when we went to Centre Parks.
Was it? I thought that was when we went to Florida.
No,
when he
Centre
packed his hand luggage. Obviously, we would have checked it before anyway. He had this dinosaur encyclopedia, didn't he?
It's massive.
It was huge. It couldn't have
Really
been more
heavy.
than, what, about 7, 6.
He just used to read his dinosaur
You
books
just read,
all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so us going to Islands of Adventure, the big draw was Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Wasn't it, the area? And we loved the area, just
discovery,
in front.
The discovery of everything, yeah.
And it's like no one knew it was there. And it was in front of the Discovery Centre. Let me know if you know the area too.
We'll share some photos.
Oh yeah,
I've got
that's a nice
some photos
idea.
of where it is.
And you can just look out over the park, but there was never anyone there. It was always just us, and we always like finding little quiet places, don't we, in the parks? And that was our quiet place there. And we'd like go through the Discovery Centre and then go out there, and it was just so nice.
Like just to stop and
a little
just chill
escape,
for a bit,
wasn't it?
wasn't it?
Or we'd go and get our butterbeers and then go back to there sometimes as well, because it's quite close to, obviously, Harry Potter. It's next door. And that place is gone now because the Velocicoaster's there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'd be
sad,
but we'll see. We'll see what's like there. So, I think, I mean, this was just a chat really on what kind of came up. No agenda was it about what's what.
What's your favourite food?
It has to be Krusty Burger.
We love Krusty Burger. I don't eat the burgers, but I love
you like the chicken, don't you?
The fried chicken, the mashed potato with gravy, and the corn. It's the best. The first time I ever had it, we were staying at Hard Rock. This was 2014. I had the worst migraine. I was having migraines every other day that trip. Do you remember? It was so bad. We ended up going back. We had one night at the Hard Rock. Aid had sunstroke. I had a migraine. We ended up back in the hotel room. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock on our first day.
Didn't even get down to the pool to do anything.
I was so poorly, but I get physically really sick when I have a migraine as well, and I can't even stand, can I? I'm so bad with them. You were poorly with sunstroke, so the poor kids were sat on the bottom of the bed watching cartoons whilst we were running to the bathroom and sleeping. And then I always have like a migraine hangover the following day. You stayed in the room.
I physically couldn't
and
get up.
I got up with the kids feeling really hungover, but thankfully we had friends that were staying there as well, and they really helped us out.
Yeah,
it was just coincidence.
Yeah.
But they came and they actually spent the day with us, and a couple of times, we went back to the room, didn't we, once?
Yeah.
And they stayed with the kids, and because the kids were obviously much younger then as well. But yeah, we had our first Krusty Burger that trip, and that was such good migraine hangover food. The fried chicken and mashed potato.
Something about that burger as well.
Do you always have curly fries with it?
It comes with curly fries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not as keen on the curly fries.
I love curly fries.
You can have mine.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. For me, it's the Krusty Burger. Now, I have gone for the clogger, which is basically the double burger.
That's what Louis gets, isn't it?
Louis gets there, and it's okay. Yeah, eat that, and he leaves half of it. So, and I often just go for the normal Krusty Burger, and not the clogger. But this time I might go for the clogger. It's
Just
so nice.
A bit of advice, actually. Our daughter is vegan. She was veggie, I think, last time when we went there. And she finds that the veggie burgers are always different from normal burgers, different kind of toppings, and she just wants a normal like burger,
but just without the meat.
But without the meat, she wants the sauce and all that kind of thing. She doesn't want beans or what, sometimes they put black beans or things like that. So what she always does is she would ask for the veggie patty with the contents of the normal burger,
so
doesn't she?
So basically just swap it round. Yeah.
So if ever you fancy the same, you can do that there. But yeah, I think that's my favourite. What about snacks? Do you like butterbeer?
Oh, I think, not so we've had it loads, but it's something that if we didn't have it, I wouldn't miss it.
The kids still love it.
I enjoy it.
Actually, can Holly eat that now?
Don't know.
She's vegan. I don't
know
if it is vegan.
What's in it.
No, I don't either.
But I'd have it.
Yeah.
But it's just not something I'd rush to say I must have one.
We always have 2 between 2 and get 2 straws
4.
in each. Yeah. What do you mean?
You said 2 between 2.
2 between 4.
Yeah.
I struggle with it. It's a bit too sweet. I used to quite like it to start with, but I don't think I even had any last time.
I think also when it's really warm, it kind of just is a bit, sort of puts you over the edge sometimes.
Louis loves it. The other thing you guys always used to get was the fudge in Zeus Landing.
Oh, yes.
It's one of the as you walk from Zeus Landing, from the entrance of the park, so you're walking towards like Jurassic Parkway. It's the last store on the right hand side, isn't it? And they do all this colourful fudge, and it's usually you can buy 6 slices
for the price of 5 or 4 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't like fudge. It's just too much for me. But you guys always used to choose it, and there'd be really bright colours and swirls.
Well, I always just like the normal kind of fudge, whereas the kids would go for the bit more adventurous.
But let us know what snacks you like. Have we missed anything? I've always wanted, because I love kebabs, I've always wanted, like, is it Moroccan? What's the theming?
I don't know. Is it more? It's more. So is it Aztec? Is it?
I don't know.
It's more sort of Egyptian area.
No, I don't know what it is. But it just they do kebabs and hummus and.
Because isn't that where the what's
the fountain?
The fountain of what's it called? I can't remember. Yeah, it's around there. But we always walk past and smell it, and you absolutely love it, don't you?
We've never
had it.
Do you know we've never done? What's that? I'm so bad with names. What's the show thing where you go in? And it's that large thing. It's in that same area. I can't think what it's called. You guys must know what I mean. Have you been on it? Yeah, it's like huge, but you never can see it. You have to go into it, and I think it's like an experience or.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. But
I can't think
I'm not
what
sure.
it is. But yeah, let us know what that's all about. I have no idea. We haven't done that before, have we? Mystic Fountain. That's the name of the fountain. Yeah. Harry Potter. We're not huge Harry Potter fans.
I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, the kids like it too. I think I've fallen asleep during every single movie. Sorry if that offends anyone.
Of all the 2 you've probably watched.
Well, the kids always used to have them on when they were younger.
You watched one at Christmas and you actually watched through it and you enjoyed it. Yeah, you watched the first one.
I can't tell you what it was about. But the kids always used to have them on when they were younger, so it's that typical mum thing. You're constantly in and out the room, but you don't sit and watch it, so you've seen so many bits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like the rides. I'm not fussed with Gringotts. It's too stop and starty for my liking.
I like the what is it?
Flight of Passage.
Not
no.
Animal Kingdom. The
Forbidden Journey.
Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, although I hate the lockers.
Although I did do that when I wasn't feeling well.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it was either the morning after or the day before, but. Yeah, but I love that ride.
Do you?
Yeah, something about it. It just feels like a proper ride.
I get annoyed with the whole thing with the lockers and it's so crowded and it really does my head in. It's just so badly organised, that place.
Yes, I do enjoy that. But the rest of horror, it's nice having a walk through Harry Potter, but there's nothing, we've never gone into Ollivanders.
No.
Never had the interest or inclination to get a wand.
I appreciate the artiness.
Yeah, and I appreciate how everything's all done, and I think
pretty
the fans,
to look at.
fans as well. I think it's
I like
a real.
there with their wands.
I remember when it first opened actually, and I think it was just the queues, wasn't it? Because it was just so busy when it did actually sort of first open. And no, it's a nice Diagon Alley. It's nice to have a wander through. So
I'm just trying to think, what's the name of the ride that's replaced the Dueling Dragons?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Oh, that's the new thingy ride, isn't it?
We're great, aren't we?
The new ride that we haven't been on yet.
Oh, Hagrid's.
Yeah, that's what's replaced that. I couldn't think then. I was thinking it's been ages since we've
do you know another reason why as well? Because some of the new rides, and it's the same with Disney as well, we try not to watch anything about them. So we haven't seen...
We've avoided
anything
everything
about like Hagrid's, and also with some of the Disney, like Rise of Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's... Railway.
Sorry, we just had to do a quick...
Change memory card.
Yes.
So... Hotels.
Yes.
Should we touch on that now?
Okay.
Very quickly.
We obviously love Royal Pacific.
Yep.
But we haven't stayed in many because we always go back to Royal Pacific. We had that one night in Hard Rock.
And although we haven't stayed anywhere else, a hotel we do like to go to is Sapphire Falls. We often actually will wander there just to go and grab a milkshake, a drink,
Or
even
soup.
a snack or something like that.
Soup.
Soup, yes. You weren't feeling well that time, were you?
I lost my voice, last time we stayed.
So I think that it isn't a deluxe or whatever their equivalent is.
But we'd really, really like to stay there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it seems a lovely resort, but it's purely because it hasn't got you don't get the front line passes.
No.
But I'm just trying to think of some of the other resorts.
I would love to go and have a wander around Portofino. Every time we stay on site, we always say that we'll do that, and we never get round to it. Portofino looks lovely, and out of the 3 deluxe hotels, it's the more expensive. And actually, Royal Pacific is the cheapest one, which was why I ended up booking it that second stay when we stayed for, I think, 5 nights, didn't we do? We also like it because it's got the Jurassic Park suite, so we've stayed there with the kids before because they've got their extra bedroom.
Yep, they've got their room. Which
is really nice. But yeah, we just love the front of line passes, but we do love Sapphire Falls.
The other thing we love about Royal Pacific is the fact of there is the water taxi,
Which we don't really use.
We don't really use.
We like walking.
But we like walking. But it actually seems, out of all the resorts, it's actually quite close. And it isn't actually a long walk to go there. And it's actually quite, I think it's quite enjoyable actually.
Because it's very leafy as well. It's quite shady, isn't it?
It's a nice walk. Whereas wasn't Hard Rock a bit further?
That was a nice
About the
walk.
same as well,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but it's pretty as well.
So that's another fact. It's just a nice, I don't know, you just feel like you get immersed in it.
So what's your favourite food on CityWalk?
Oh, what, Panda Express?
Oh, we love Panda Express. I was going to say, what about the Chocolate Emporium? We always end up there.
Yeah, Chocolate Emporium.
Oh, the French onion soup there is so good.
I think the thing we did wrong last time was so unbelievably hot. I think we were quite tired. And we went there, and I think we were just exhausted, weren't we?
We hadn't heard about. We didn't get our key. We arrived at Royal Pacific about 7 in the morning, but we didn't get a text to say our room was ready until nearly 5. Did we? It was really, really late. So we'd been in the park all that time. We went to Chocolate Emporium for dinner, but for food, but we were just
past it.
Yeah, but it was still.
It
nice.
was enjoyable, yeah.
And that was when I lost my voice as well, wasn't it?
Drank lots of water.
Yeah, and had French onion soup, but we really like it.
Chocolate Emporium. Haven't had their shakes.
No, I don't like shakes anyway.
But they're what we generally go for, like
picky
we
bits.
share things there, don't we?
Big
so
sharing platters
really,
in the middle.
Really nice.
It's a nice atmosphere. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about Bubba Gumps. We haven't been, and to me it just looks like expensive fried fish and fried chicken. And it's just something else fried, and I like to try and avoid the fried food if I can, because it's just, I don't mind like it now and then, but it just all becomes samey. But everyone seems to go on about Bubba Gumps. Something actually, because I think the lodge guys were talking about it recently, and they said that we need to try the bread pudding there. So I didn't even think of anything. Like, I guess you could even just go for dessert.
Look at the menu, wouldn't we?
Yeah, but we do like bread pudding, don't we?
Oh, we do. Trying to think of some of the other places as well.
I've always wanted to go to Margaritaville for food.
Yes, that was one thing I was going to say. I think our next trip we will be going there.
But yeah, quite often. What were you going to say? I love Panda Express.
Something else, Voodoo Donuts.
Oh, and Cinnabon.
Yes.
We love grabbing a Cinnabon, but with Starbucks coffee, because they're next to each other.
Yep.
At Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, on the way in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to say Voodoo Donuts, I think one of the nicest donuts.
And they're so reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, I was really surprised at the price actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we bought them, and yeah.
But let us know where you like eating. Do you find as well, because I don't know about you, we're creature of habits, so we've got our favourites, and it's kind of like when you go places now, when you go there, you don't want to try other things because you love your favourites. Like, we don't want to give up our
Krusty
Burger. We don't want to give up our Chocolate Emporium. We always have the same breakfast at Cinnabon and Starbucks. So we just we know what we like now.
We should try maybe in each trip do one thing different or one place different that we haven't done before.
I was watching Despicable 3 quite some time ago, and they went to the bread box. Is it the bread box? And they were like really, really nice sandwiches. I think I showed you, but it looked really pretty in there, nicely tiled, and it was almost like a really nice Subway.
Yeah?
Yeah, but their sandwiches looked really, really good. And the other thing, Cold Stone Creamery, looks quite fun.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah, we haven't tried that. What's the other?
Though, we always end up at Sapphire Falls because the kids always want. They say that the milkshakes there are the best, so we always go there. I forgot as well. I love the Mummy ride. That's one of my favourites.
And it's better in Florida.
Definitely better in Florida than Hollywood. But let us know what your favourites are, where you like to eat, what rides you like to go on, and what you think we've missed out on. Yeah, exactly. Places you like to stay. Wherever, whatever, just share it with us. And also let us know what chatty video you might like next week. If you fancy one next Friday, let us know, and what kind of things you think we should talk about. But thank you very much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe.
As it's my birthday.
Yes.
And don't forget to tell all your friends and family as well, and get them to come and watch our channel.
Yeah, share on Instagram.
Sharing is caring.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.